Me of little faith? I feel like I extended so much faith toward that run. Alright, good start, good start. Maybe we don't transform 2 into 3 curses this time. Should we try this button? Oh, you don't start with the lightning orb if you did on Defect. Clarm. And auto shields? Can't really take a compile driver. I could take chaos. I could take chaos. Wait, this doesn't actually work. Okay, good. Actually, better not to kill them anyway. Maybe it was a good play. I feel like you should be able to choose the upgrade with tiny house. Power creep. Good grief. Black spot's pretty good. Consume or rebound or tempest. Just rebound. Here we go. Oh, I should start co-streaming this to YouTube. Would you all watch if I co-streamed? What do you call it? If I did 2 streams at once? Dual boxing? Hot boxing? It's called hot boxing? Something like that. You can only watch one of them? Fake fan. Hey Foxy, spam bop! You have 2 eyes. There you go. There's a real fan right there. Your ISP's data plans extend to YouTube, but not Twitch. So actually, I'm creating evil in the world by not streaming to both platforms. I could be taking more money away from your ISP than I am. My bad. I apologize. Okay, like, I feel like Instance Burn or Glacier is decent fight rewards. A little bit confused. This run feels playable? I don't know what's going on here. It's okay. I'm about to fight 3 elites in a row and just lose. You're welcome, Zaventian. Hey, Blazor. Okay, I'll try Fabius. Did I try the multiplayer Slay the Spire thing? I don't know what that is. But no, for the most part I haven't played the multiplayer mods. If that's what you mean. I played the board game. Alright, let's see how this goes. This is a very strange choice. Not correct. Not correct. And yet, here we are. I'm gonna bottle Doom and Gloom. If you all will I ever go back to Monster Train 2? Maybe. Oh no. Play this. 3, 4 off. I should start this turn, I guess. I kind of want to take damage this turn, but I can't if I play Glacier. If I play like this, I take a lot of damage. This takes a medium damage. Maybe I should have used Dex Potion there, actually. I recommend not streaming on YouTube just yet. There are some issues / outages right now. Like at this exact moment. If I lose by 1 HP, we have to remember that Dex Potion, or 2 HP for that matter. Also, we have to remember that I put Instance Burn in the wrong number. I feel like if you have a bottled Doom Gloom, Sunder's a bit better because it's going to have something to kill a lot more reliably. We kill the... Oh. Okay. Doom and Sunder or Sunder and Gloom? Or both. This is better than 5 for Gremlin Up / Sentries, but having 10 more health is also better for Gremlin Up and Sentries. Let's go for having 10 more health 5/7 of the time. Isn't 5/7 like a thing? Oh, 5 out of 7, that internet meme. Pointy elbows. Hey, blah! Stream on YouTube kills the algorithm for your vids somehow? I think it can. I think we're fine. Take another self-repair. There's no possible way that Gremlin Up kills us. Look, we're intangible. uh. Bad we didn't draw genetic algorithm or self-repair there. Fire potion's real good. Go for stack, I guess. Stack is made slightly better by bottled flame. There you go. There's a synergy that bottled flame has with something else. We found exactly one. Unfortunately, nobody's sure what else the relic can possibly be good for. If the Spire left us alone, we could leave it alone. That might be true. It's not Gremlin Nub, ever? It is better not to kill this yet. Right, now we can kill it. But I think I want a better incense burner. It's like 3 or 4 or even 2 would all be better than this. I guess I got 2. Hey, flannel violin! What do you think about how when you have a difficult decision to make and slay the Spire on a good run, you pause the game and save it for later? Maybe. And if that's true of you in real life as well. Like whether you should do that or whether you do that. Did we upgrade Zap to channel some Charles Lightning energy? We upgraded Zap because Tiny House upgraded Zap. Would I have upgraded it anyway? I don't know. Last round I upgraded Reprogram. That didn't work. Seems like maybe a good idea to try something else this time. Incense burner is not on the right number. What's it want to be on? I guess like 4 is okay. How much health is it worth to try to put it on 4? Not that much. I think just kill it. Draw 2. Is 2 better? Too much thinking. Chill? Chill's typically okay. I don't really have a card to upgrade. I'm gonna go with Static Discharge. Two reprograms were bottom deck. Sure. Sure, we'll blame it on that. Oh my god, it's Postcard by Jack Johnson. It's extra weird because I actually want to be intangible on a turn where I get attacked for like lots of times. Because of Static Discharge, right? Okay, I think if I just play Glacier, I can't possibly die anymore in this fight. Is that true? Hope so. Might not actually be true. It seems kind of true. Jack Johnson really had the monopoly on a fairly contested feeling of like vapid happiness, which characterized a lot of the early 2000s. Music just isn't like this anymore. The amount of angst that isn't in this song is kind of wild. You'd have to like actually watch a children's TV show to get a song this happy these days. Let's try out an inserter with an incense burner. Get some payoff for being able to stay alive for a long time with our Glacier genetic algorithm incense burner. Didn't you love when the cool hipsters flipped that on its end like flowbots with handlebars? Yes. I'm from Seattle. I love all the hipsters. Being a hipster in Seattle isn't even like hip though. It's just normal. Gotta go extra hard to be cool in Seattle. Your dad loves this song. Son, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. Surprisingly good vulnerable potion. So I'm forced into a shop. I didn't want a question mark shop here. This isn't incredible. It's like an on sale loop is kind of alright, I guess, but for the most part, this isn't that good. I guess I'll take my cheaper move with Smiling Mask and then just go. Does this have any other references to indie games? Yes. I said that I never misclicked in Slay the Spire, but I just misclicked and didn't click on Claw. Well, shit. Don't know what else there is to say. Boa Tardes, boo. Is that like if the afternoon is a snake? Sorry, I don't know that language, probably. To kill or not to kill? Portuguese, yeah, that makes sense. I tried learning a little bit of Portuguese on my own at some point, because I was like, I study language, and I like speak some amount of Spanish. I should be able to do this. I could not do it. It didn't go well for me. Needlessly complex, but a beautiful language. And Matt Costa is here. This is the playlist that I used to play when I was playing poker. When I played poker professionally in like 2010. A lot of classic jams on this one. Murburger, thanks for 2 months. Hey, Cody. Is it stack time? Is it overclock time? Overclock does seem like it would work pretty well in an inserter deck. I don't really need the second time through the deck to be good if I have inserter. Sure. How bad can defragment be? Let's find out together. Okay, I don't mind having gotten the extra shop, it turns out. Extra defragment, couple of card removes. It's actually pretty good. You're working hard to get fluent in Spanish. I had the pleasure of meeting my friend's 7-year-old daughter for the first time, and she is doing immersion, Spanish immersion. humbling. Humbling. Think about all the potential I had that was wasted by the school system. Never too late to learn another language. But I have, like, shit to do now. That's the thing. If I didn't have to pay any bills and sat in a little cube room for 8 hours a day, learning things with my peers, sure, I could learn a lot of stuff. But that's not what happens. I sit in a little cube room and I do have to pay my bills, and instead of learning things with my peers ask me when Slay the Spire 2 is coming out once every 15 minutes. And then we don't even learn that! Well, Goose, Icaro's tongue. At least I got Silk Song. Pocket Skunk, thanks for 26 months, appreciate it! This fight seems to have gone okay. I can never take damage. Just full heal. Instance burn on the right number somehow. Slay the Spire 3, The Reckoning. It does feel like good things come in trilogies. Can you think of any good things where there have been exactly 2 of them? I can't. Half-Life? Didn't Half-Life Alyx come out, though? Wasn't that just Half-Life 3? Like... I know they, like, didn't say it was or whatever, but, like, it was the 3rd Half-Life game. Oh, Portal. Portal's fair, actually. Fair enough. Chess? There have been exactly 2 chesses. Not the answer I was expecting, but okay. Probably want instance burn around 5. Get 'em, Singing Bowl! Good example of why we might not actually want instance burn on a 5. Although I guess it was fine that turn. Just thinking, we potentially want to get more value out of the intangible turn with Static Discharge. you feel about viewer experience being a deciding factor for games? Feels a little weird to me. If you found out Megacrit had changed things about Slay the Spire 2 to make it more interesting for a viewer, do you feel good about that? I would feel weird about it. I don't know, maybe it would be fine. Fission is theoretically an okay card. I do have 2 cool-headeds. It tends to do very well with cool-headed. Sure. Encouraging people to watch instead of play equals fewer sales? I don't know. Can I get like a vote from chat? How many of you have bought Slay the Spire more than 3 times in your life? I feel like it's gotta be several people watching right now. Does the board game count? Sure, if you want. I don't know. I'll make the rules here. I think you can be the judge for yourself. You've watched long enough that you're able to simulate the game in your head. That's legit. That's legit. As a kid, I used to fall asleep, like, playing games against myself in my head. Your win rate's 100%? Nice. Who won? I think I usually fell asleep before the end. I've never been a fan of the game being over. There's this issue with Defect where Defect is... Okay, I'm gonna use the word best balanced here, but... I'm not sure it means what you might think it means. Defect isn't the best balanced as, like, the cards have similar strength sort of character. It's the best balance in the you and the Spire both have a reasonable chance of winning the run kind of way, which is different. Anyway, there's an issue where, like, if I want to have a close run against the Spire, I think my best chance is by queuing up a Defect run, but a lot of the Defect runs look like this, where I'm just, like, sitting there for 15 turns in a hallway fight because I'm invincible and I want to put Instance Burner on 5. I struggle to imagine what could be better advertising for a game than streaming. Taylor Swift album drop, maybe? Did I 100% Monster Train? No, I have like 30 runs left to do. I got to a point where I felt like I'd done everything. Like the runs that were left were just like, okay, but I've won with all the stuff that those clans do. I just haven't won with all of it at the same time. Whoops. Did I manage to win with Dante? I think I have, like, at least one win with Dante. Maybe not two, though. Newly engaged Taylor Swift? Did she get engaged? Taylor Swift got engaged and I missed it? Hot damn. I have not mastered all the cards, no. I go Zap, Doom and Gloom, 22, 16 to boom. I think that's fine. That way I can rebound Doom and Gloom. Oh, now I can play Glacier instead. I think I'd rather just do this. This got me out of the fight, huh? Oh shit. Reset turn? Undo? I keep on playing games where you can undo the turn. I've gotten, like, so lazy with actually playing correctly because of that. Now I have ice cream as well, so I have even more reason to just sit around doing nothing for a really long time. Meow meow the meowmer! Thanks for the 47 months. Can't believe it, Taylor Swift is engaged to John Madden. John Madden's dead, right? Like, not to be a buzzkill, but he died, yeah? Pretty sure he's not alive anymore. Nobody knows. That's fair. Can be hard to tell. Is his voice used in any, like, football video games? I feel like it would be. They do keep making Madden games, true. That is his name on the cover. If Taylor Swift will marry a podcaster, that, like, says a lot for our viability as partners. Including myself, among the Kelsey brothers. I feel like we're very similar career-wise and, you know, popularity-wise. Do I have aspirations to marry Taylor Swift? I mean, not anymore. Now that one of my friends, Travis, we're on the first name basis, has married her. That'd be kind of weird for me to feel that way, right? A lot of respect for her as an artist, though. I can go to the wedding and interject at the part where they ask for objections. Sure. That'll go down great with my friends. That is cause for concern. Is this going to make it harder for her to make another album about the terrible relationship she had prior to making the album? Maybe Taylor Swift becomes the next, like, happy music maker now. Wouldn't that be cute if all of a sudden all of her music was like Jack Johnson from 2002 kind of vibes? An album about having a good relationship? Hell yeah. I kind of wanted to take the barrage. A little bit. New pancake variant song about to drop. This is huge. This is important news. I don't know what that is, Power Word Yeet, but I hope you have a good time. Upgrading efficient for the extra possible energy. Upgrading it doesn't make it give you more energy. Not what the upgrade on that one does. Reviving? Don't mind that stealing by a skog. I don't think this ever outscales me. I guess I could use potions here. Yeah. Incense burner timing. Honestly, forgot I had that relic. What's incense burner do? Is that a good one? I've heard it's actually bad for your health. Anyone in chat want to respond to these allegations? About to lose this to static discharge, huh? That's 48, 56, 64. Oh, that's full block. Nice. Will she sing a song for her wedding vows? I wouldn't play a run of Slay the Spire for my wedding vows. That's all I really feel like I can tell you. I'll play They Are Billions instead. Probably not. What character would I play if I did? Probably just depend on the day. Just gotta play what you feel like playing, I think. Be honest with yourself, you know? Am I live streaming my wedding vows right now? Probably not. Hold on. The Darklings apparently have hands. Imagine if the Darklings did have hands. That would be terrifying. Well, I'm kind of glad that they don't. I feel like the art would be upsetting. Seek for genetic algorithm? There's like the right thing to do and the thing that lets me leave the fight faster. Slay this fire relic for a wedding. Maybe tiny house in this economy. Pink Shaw's solid. I think every wedding needs more very loud bell sounds. Wouldn't the groom or bride be able to sell the idol for a lot of money? Maybe. Is that tacky though? I don't know. I don't feel like I need a boot sequence. Also, skim just feels like it doesn't work because I can't draw cards. I don't know. I don't know. I guess just rare relic? You think I can win playing 3 cards a turn for a while? It's a lot of gold. I could also upgrade all cards. Naloth's gift. What would Naloth ask for at the wedding as payment for the gift? Feels like a run under. Do it. Do it. It's almost 1,000 gold. I think 999 is actually like semantically a lot less than 1,000. That's why all the things are priced at 999. I wonder actually if it said gain 1,000 gold, if people would take it more often. Spark thinks the 10 months. I'm just gonna take this thing. That okay? Have I ever died to the Act 1 boss? I still haven't managed to die to the Act 1 boss at Mind Bloom, no. I remember a friend of mine doing it, though. So I got to live vicariously through that. Yeah, whatever. Ice cream plus pyramid creates a very strange situation. Oh, this is the overcharge turn. Oh, okay. I had no idea. Did I win yet? I won now. I played Incense Burner one higher. Alright. Do Vu Doll. I think Recycle's a pretty good card here. That's a lot better as a reward than Do Vu Doll was. Is this about to drop? Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, it wasn't as hype as I was expecting it to be. No, it's a little bit of a bop. Violin drop sounds expensive. That's the sort of stuff that people don't think about without you around Twitch chat. Alright, try to put this on 5. I'll try to put this on 9, I guess. You can try. 7, 8, 9, cool. Lake. I've got 95 health. I have infinite orb slots. I have a 41 block genetic algorithm. I have a seek. I can just take a defragment, mirror a defragment, probably. I'm not dying to being too slow with this much defensive stuff. I hope. That would be weird if I did. This is the fight where it would happen, though. Would Blinkblade beat Ascension 20? I think so. Like, I definitely am using potions here, aren't I? I assume secret technique's good for some reason. Damn. Need a cigarette. That was some violin. I've never smoked a cigarette before. Maybe today's the day. Today is absolutely not the day. Never fucking smoking a cigarette. Don't smoke, kids. That was a cello, not a violin. I'm sure that that happens to cello players all the time. I'm not even that upset about it. I'm sure if you play cello, you're used to people who don't know what they're talking about and calling it a violin. If anything, they're glad to have another opportunity to explain to someone that it's not a violin. Yeah, my grandparents had to quit smoking because my mother wouldn't let them hang out with me if they were smoking cigarettes, and then Like, I don't know, the idea of me smoking after that happened just seemed kind of rude. My mother is somewhat based. A little bit based. You'd celebrate the day your dad quit smoking, drinking, so the siblings never picked it up. Seems like a strong parenting strategy, actually. File that one away just in case. Imagine if it turned out that I had a kid and I didn't realize, and then they introduced themselves via Twitch chat. Alright, we won! That fight was a little scuffed. But we did win. You're my grandmother? Holy shit. We need to get you back in the grave. Hey, Grog. Grandma, we've been over this. You have to stop haunting the living. Sounds like we're having a normal one. That's my promise here at Jorbs.tv. Jorbs.tv. We're having a normal one. $36, $46, $67. All right. How did I land on the name Jorbs? I was trying to impress, well, I wasn't really. The only teenage girl I knew, or Joe in Biz, was a funny joke because it said in between jobs. And so I assumed that that was the key to social success when I was 12, to make that joke. And so I made that joke, but more complicated, which is not the thing that that joke needs. That joke does not need to be more complicated. But I was 12, so I didn't understand that. And then you know, 20 plus years passed. If you use a spade to hit someone who claims to be your dead grandmother, would this be called homicide if you are saving the world from zombies? This actually came up yesterday on the concept of cannibalism, which we were, of course, talking about. Jorbs.tv, we're having a normal one. Some things can be illegal, but it can be right for you to be convicted of the crime, but then forgiven for it. For example, if you kill someone to prevent a zombie apocalypse, I feel like that would probably fit the bill. Are we for or against cannibalism? You will follow the majority. I don't know if we like reached a conclusion in that way. Obviously, yesterday I talked about cannibalism and ethical homicide. Some of you are not tuning into the Frosthaven streams and you are missing out. Imagine being the zombie apocalypse equivalent of Rosa Parks. That makes 72, right? Cool. Which is more than you're attacking me for. Okay, cool. Alright, we're back to that thing I said about how Defect runs are like this sometimes. Barmaxis thanks the 18 months, appreciate it! There are no more cannibals on our island. We ate the last one yesterday. Well, that's good to hear. That's some, solid progress. You can never make a prime number of block with orbs. But you could with one orb. But yes, on account of them multiplying each other, you know. You also probably can with a combination of evoking and channeling. I don't know if that counts for you. You could also, I guess, change how much focus you had mid-turn. Does that work against Spire Shield? I don't know if that works against Spire Shield. I'm trying to accomplish? The boot! Sad. Would it have been good against Nemesis? Sure. I think that's what we need against Nemesis right now is the boot. Ah, close enough. A bunch of self-repairs, right? I think the boot ever gets tired of being made fun of. I'm not making fun of it. I'm very excited every time I see the boot. We are sincerely talking up one of our homies. We are not making fun of it, them. I don't know the boot's preferred pronouns. What bad relic do I want to see return and slay the Spire to? Wait. It's gonna be pretty hard to put this on 5 in this fight. Does that line up? No idea. It either will or it won't. I feel like it might work. Okay. I need to deal a little bit more damage. Do I have to kill it 2 turns from now, right? So we do 25, 35, 45, that's too much. Okay. Am I 1 short? I might be 1 short. How many burns do I have? I don't know if I can play fish in here. That seems a little dubious. I'm actually 2 short. We go... Oh no, nothing works. Well, that's fine. I missed. The boot would have been huge there, by the way. I think Skim Plus now that I have a recycle. Amplify seems relevant to my interests. Alright. Now I can also amplify my self-repairs. And a brutal. I could use 1 turbo, perhaps. Maybe this fight gives turbo. Bernard, thanks for the 38 months. Appreciate it. Like a loop. Why not? This enemy actually scales kind of fast. The maw is surprisingly scary. I think not scary enough, but surprisingly scary. Used to have orbs in play, whoops. What does it mean? Katamari nonsense build? Does that mean I'm just picking up random shit? Is Katamari the one where you're a ball and then you get bigger? Frightening enemy. I don't think I'd go for this plus. Just any card that costs 0 is kind of reasonable in this deck. Detoctus, how are you? Is this stalkery, this song? Was he invited to hang out on the street where they lived? I don't know, Frank. Oh, this is Dean Martin. Close enough. I just noticed that he's singing about being on the street where they live, and not like in their house, where presumably you'd be if you were you were invited. Streets public property. That doesn't make it not stalking, Dean. Any second you may suddenly appear. This guy is just stalking. This guy is just hanging out on somebody's street. We need to stop canceling people for liking that one Christmas song. I really must go. Maybe it's cold outside. That's what it's called. The Street Where You Live is the new song to get canceled for liking. If you can sing well, it doesn't count as stalking. That's probably legally true in the US nowadays. Really alienating my stalker viewer base? No, this just makes them like me more. Unfortunately. What a lyric! What did you just say, Dean? People stop and stare, they don't bother me. Maybe you should be taking a hint from the fact that people are staring at you for your behavior. Anyway, I'm sure it's all above board. I have to make a room in my hand to draw more cards somehow. I guess I don't need to amplify every defragment, probably. The lyrics of every song on Earth are literally true and autobiographical. That sounds right to me. Do you think it's because when people get stalkery, they get poetic? Like you start writing the long letters to people? I don't know if this is actually like a typical stalkery behavior or not. But I feel like it's a thing. You get the like overly familiar, lengthy email. Isn't I Could Write You a Song a jazz standard too? Oh, I Could Write a Book. Hold on. We need to listen to I Could Write a Book and check it out. It's also kind of creepy. Ella Fitzgerald, though. This is mostly above board, I think. I played this in jazz band in high school. I'd never heard the lyrics before. How did I get 9 relics in the first act? I got 9 relics in the first act? That's a bus relic. No, this song is very sweet. Quite charming. Okay. We're at a point where defragment's better than the multi-attack. As we get more orb slots, that becomes more true. I said this was a Jazz Standard, but is it also viable in Jazz Extended and Jazz Legacy? I don't even know enough about whatever they've done to ruin those formats to make jokes about it anymore. You can't beat Jace the Mind Sculptor, but I assume that card's unplayable now. That's really all I've got. I don't have any other jokes here. Is Historic still a thing? So when I played Magic the Gathering, it wasn't a thing yet. I don't know what that says about me. Is the Mind Sculptor can't beat Spider-Man? That's fair. It didn't seem like he'd be able to. It was a very sweet song. I liked that one more. That was less stalkery. Well done, Ella. EDH, Ellington, Duke, Highlander. When will they have the Duke Ellington Magic the Gathering universes beyond? You try and tell me that doesn't have any market appeal? Imagine all the people who are really into jazz showing up at Magic tournaments so they could play Duke Ellington. I bet there are people who are really into jazz who have so much money. It seems like a thing that somebody who had a lot of money would be into. You'd learn to play Magic the Gathering so that you could play your Duke Ellington deck. There you go. Market research. Being done right here at Jorbs.tv. You're not into jazz and have no money? That does make the hypothesis somewhat stronger, I think. Based on one of the logical fallacies. Is that a logical fallacy? Maybe that's not a logical fallacy even. Doesn't seem like particularly good logic. Alright, just wait until this is on 5. This will be on 9. We play Dualcast. New and unique smells at the local game store if the jazz players start coming. Cologne? Is that the smell? I don't know. Maybe I'm overly optimistic about jazz fans. Upgrading Amplify is probably better than upgrading Defragment. I'm gonna upgrade Defragment anyway. It cannot be contained. That would have been nice. You're surprised I haven't done an hour-long YouTube PowerPoint presentation of logical fallacies? Like I make the fallacies or I explain about the fallacies? Which direction are we aiming here? Maybe it's 50-50. I'm either explaining a logical fallacy to you or I'm using a logical fallacy and you have to try to work out which one's happening. You want to quiz little viewer engagement? Sounds like a good time. This is mostly fine. We get one more orb next turn. We get a bunch more focus. Seems decent. So this goes before this, yeah? So I think another thing that could happen is you could have your orbs make block, and then this could reduce your focus by 1, and then this could attack you, and static discharge could make them evoke, and then you would get a different amount of block. But, I mean, that's just a thing that can happen. It's not a way to make a prime value of block. We've already established there are ways to make prime values of block other than that. Very important to me, though, this thing right now. Once in college, I was in a class for ancient language, and someone was talking to me, well, the professor. The professor was talking about how, like, a certain word came from this language and this thing. You know how I am with dry humor, right? I'm always making, you know, jokes. Oh, 2's the worst one for my instance murder to be on. I forgot I had loop in play. My bad. Classic Jorbs, making jokes. And I said something to the effect of like, oh, I'm so glad that I don't have to sit around all day like thinking up the meanings of ancient words that sound so boring. Kind of tongue-in-cheek, because everyone here knows me well enough to know that actually I'd be kind of into that. Then my professor got very, like, horrified. Presumably because that's what he'd been doing for the last 50 years. I imagine that could be draining for a person, I don't know. Which of the 3 jokes did I use? It was, that's what she said joke. There you go. I admit it. MCR Disco, thanks for the 23 months, appreciate it! And I don't know. Let's do this one. Not the Hambush, believe it or not. Have any of you deployed the ambush joke in your own life? Sorry, I never gave permission, so obviously not. I will give permission if you want to do that. But yeah, obviously you wouldn't without my permission. Tried, but it's pretty difficult. Hey, there you go. I hope that's taught you some respect for the game. I don't think I can tell the joke after saying what it is. I feel like it would ruin the joke. So I'll have to spring it on you, like, a few days from now when you least expect it. The only thing that could have made the run better would have been Frozen Eye. I understand exactly what you are using better to mean, and I respect it a lot. Can I just, like, do this, maybe? Probably not. Is plus 15 strength a problem here? Yeah, I'm probably going to die. It's fine. That happens sometimes. Yo! Where's Amplify? Alright, I did that. You'll have to become a regular viewer so you can find out about the ambush joke. I bet you can Google it. It turns out I found a sundial a while ago, so actually I've been infinite the entire time. But I had to make my orbs as big as possible first. You know how it goes. Thanks for the gifted sub, drop the gun. Guess we'll see how this turn goes. 15 times 15. I'm pretty sure I could block it if I weren't winning anyway. But also I'm just winning anyway. I have static discharge. That's kind of a fun way to win here. I think Googling local streamer tells hilarious joke will return a clip of the ambush joke. I think if you Googled streamer tells joke, it would give you the clip from my stream of me telling the ambush joke. I think that's the dominance that I have over the SEO for the category. GG! Charles Lightning with another win. A little bit of everything in that defect run there. We had Frost Orbs and